What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of the Datsun rebuild, the resurrection. She's coming back to life. Let's get into today's video. Alright guys, finally the day has come where we're going to be painting the engine bay on the Datsun. As you kind of remember, a little recap, you know, I fixed the motor from the fire, it burned, and then later the motor finally gave out, so I pulled it, and then while it's out, I'm going to paint this engine bay so it matches and it kind of details the engine bay, at the same time kind of finishes off the whole project. You know, before it used to be just kind of like a satin black, now it's going to be color match. It's going to look so much better. And pretty much it's in the booth now, ready, masked up, ready for the paint process. We went ahead and fixed some body work on the side. It's been prepped, primered, prepped again in 400 wet, so everything's all nice and smooth. After sanding, we finally were able to get the VIN number out. You can see it there. So pretty much is all ready, masked up, ready for Richard. We're gonna let Richard start doing the sealer and get some finish on that, and hopefully by the end of the day we'll have an orange engine bay. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so we got the Datsun in the booth. We're masking it up. We're gonna lay some primer on it, get it ready for paint. From there we'll let it sit, prep it, and then from there it'll be ready for Mr. Richard to do his thing. Let me show you guys what we got. Pretty much you can see all the other additional bodywork we had to do on the towers, their firewall area, the other tower on this side, and pretty much all the front end. So we're gonna paint that so that everything matches. On these seams here, we're gonna go ahead and put like a seam seal on all fours just to clean up the body seam, but pretty much it's pretty much ready. So we're gonna do another primer sealer just to kind of give it the final pass, and we can wet sand and then get ready to put some paint on it. Alright guys, so we went ahead and shot around a sealer to make sure everything's sealed off. We're gonna start shooting some bass, so I'm gonna get strapped in and start shooting some bass. Alright, now that we got the engine bay all painted and ready, now it's time for us to start putting the motor together. We'll start putting the motor, then the transmission. I did a little upgrade on the transmission as well to handle the power, so I'll show you guys that. Do some more burnouts and shoot some more flames. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so wanted to show you guys what I put this Datsun through. This is the pressure plate. I mean, it's worn out pretty good. Same with some hot spots on the clutch wheel, you see there, pressure plate. And these are the things that came off the tranny. So after, obviously this is the hydraulic bearing for the throwout. And when we sent out the transmission to get rebuilt, obviously there was like the reverse fork was damaged, all the synchros, a couple of the bearings, more synchros there, seals, another synchro, another bearing. This is, I think, the other fork, one of the forks inside, another bearing, another seal. So we pretty much rebuilt the tranny and beefed it up with a thicker shaft, meaning they'll be able to hold a little bit more power. And obviously, this, you know, with this big motor, this 6-liter, it's going to need it. So we'll go ahead and get it all washed up, and go for that test drive. Alright guys, so we're pretty much getting ready to slide in the tranny, because originally the motor was set in and then we put the tranny, and that's how we took it out. But we're thinking, you know what, it might be easier to go ahead and just slide the tranny on, put the pressure plate, new flywheel, everything on there, put the new rebuilt tranny into it, and then just slide everything in there. I mean, it sounds easy, so we're gonna go ahead and get the tranny. You know, Luis loves trannies, so I don't know. No? Are you sure? Depends what they look like, he says. Alright guys, here's an update on the Datsun 240Z. As you've been seeing, I've been swapping a new motor, rewiring everything, cleaning up the engine bay, making everything clean. Here's a little update. We pretty much got everything back on. We got the intercooler, got the turbo, got everything plumbed, intake manifold, all the headers. So pretty much we're ready to do our first cranking and see where she's at. Go ahead and have the Infinite Tuner software on the laptop to see how everything is, and we're seeing everything matching up as far as, you know, map sensor reading, throttle, air temps, coolant temps, battery voltage, all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can crank it, see where it's at, and if I have to make any adjustments, and then hopefully this thing fires up. Crank it. Alright, let me check here. We got sync probability and everything good. Okay, I think I see what's wrong. Let's take two, let me connect something and we'll go from there. So now we pretty much just have to connect everything, fuel lines, inject, get the intake back on, and we'll fire off again and make sure we're leak-free, guys, leak-free. So we finished the assembly of the motor. After we had a little trouble leak there, we went ahead and got everything up to date. We even put the hood back on, cowl, got everything ready. Got my young apprentice here, finished cleaning everything up, as you can see. But go fire this thing up and she'll be back up and running. Tina, are you gonna drive it?
No.
You wanna drive it?
No.
No? Why? It'd be fun. You wanna do it?
No.
Okay. Papi drive?
No. Yeah.
Yes, okay, Papi will drive. Guess I'll be the driver. So, you wanna say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
Come on, baby. She's alive! Yay! Alright guys, this is my first drive since the rebuild. I missed her so much. It's like that instant torque. First I have to just drive it around, give it about 500 miles, break her in, and then it's on to Darden so we can tune her up. and but it feels really good to finally drive it, to hear that turbo spooling. So it'd be fun putting the 500 miles on it, but once that tune is, woo, be a different animal. Guys, so that concludes today's video. Finally, the Datsun's up and running. The next step is pretty much drive it, put at least 500 miles on it, drive it around, break it in, and then we're gonna do a retune and see how much power now with the big 6-liter she's gonna be making. So don't forget to hit the notification button for new up-to-date videos. Make sure you subscribe. And here at SOS Customz, what do we got, Tino? We got you covered. Peace. Give it a high five. High five.